to the sexism that we are shown by women every day. Just crossing the street. Oh, and it's okay because she's paranoid. Well, we need to be paranoid that she's going to kill our children. We need to be paranoid that she's going to beat on our children. We need to be paranoid that if she beats on our children, that she's going to play victim, try to pretend like you're violent to her. Yeah. Or that she thinks you touch little boys. But no, he didn't touch my daughters. We only have daughters, but I think he's into little boys. He wears boys' underwear. Or he looks like a rapist. Look at him, he looks like a rapist. You can go through all this Natalie crap and you can read that shit. He looks like a rapist. He looks like a child molester. I posted up a bunch of child molesters. 11 of them yesterday. Sorry, sexual predators. Not all of them are child molesters. When I say predator, a lot of you want to go, oh my God, he called me a predator. And then you try to pretend that that means I called you a child molester. No. If you're a financial predator, you're still a predator. And you want to pretend that I'm slandering your name by calling you a pedophile. And then you literally were outright calling me a pedophile. Have we ever met? Becca Lott, have we ever met? And you wanted to post up that I'm a pedophile? And then accuse me of calling you a pedophile? You outright claimed that I was a pedophile. Becca Lott, when did I touch you? When have we ever met? You got a hold of me to pretend to be supportive when Natalie Bollinger died, but you were never supportive. It was always about you. Why do I have literally hundreds of stories recorded in these women's voices? Their stories. Because when they said that they would help me, they wanted to take everything that I typed in a way I didn't mean it, and they fucking knew it. But they weren't going to actually help a man. You don't actually help a man. You just lead him on. You don't actually have sex with the ugly ones. You just lead them on until they move all your stuff. Why doesn't that work on me? Because I'll help you move your stuff anyway. I think your personal parts are yours. I don't want to touch them. Not on a man or a woman. Now let's take a look at all of the situations that every one of you want to ignore. The occasions where I went to my friends and family for help. Or the occasions where people offered to help how I needed but didn't keep their words. Or the ones where people didn't want to understand any of the roadblocks that I'm facing, but they want to tell me their roadblocks over and over and over again. Well, all of your roadblocks are requiring things that I don't need. Those roadblocks are not a problem. If you can argue with me for 4 hours, then you had 4 hours you could have actually been helpful instead of arguing, instead of being sexist. When I explain it to you as nicely as possible, you show that you didn't hear a word I had to say. You show that literally the only thing that any of you have been taught to actually hear from a man is aggression. He literally has to scream like an asshole for you to listen to him. If your little girl screams at you, you're far less likely to beat her up than your little boy, because it's more socially acceptable to beat on your little boy. And he's less likely to come forward, because he just needs to man up. Now, not all of these women traits are exhibited by women. Joshua Orwig exhibited today and yesterday that he knows exactly how to play victim when he's called out. You don't listen at all to a man unless he shows aggressive traits. That's not a man's fault. When you victimize the fuck out of a man and you expect him to just take it because you slandered his name because you didn't get what you wanted right when you fucking wanted it. So you go to your friends and you go to your family and you gaslight the fuck out of him. And he tries to get help calmly. He tries going to the cops who talk over him and try to make any excuse why it's not their job. Send him on to somewhere else. Well, of course, you are told to go talk to these women, and all they want to do is talk about themselves. How's that help? No, my entire 6 years of recording on here shows pretty much just sexism. Hatred towards men and how men and women are treated differently. If a man is victimized, he can have all the evidence in the world without a friend or family member who's willing to do for him what they would do for a woman. I'm not talking about the gaslighting. I'm talking about after she's gaslighted him for 6 months or more, and he wants his life to fucking end. You will help a woman instantly because she pretends. Because she pretends that she's being afraid. Because she's trying to play it. Well, Jamie Curtis was dating James Payton. She was telling me she was afraid of him and that I was to call her once a week because she was afraid of him. She was afraid of living in the same town as him. Fucking bullshit. Look at how she treated it after the fact. She protected her so-called predator there. Yeah. It also turns out that, well, with the recordings with him, yeah, I was there when he gave her the computer. I wasn't there when he gave it to her, but I was there when she got the computer. Her son let it slip who it came from. She said she was just going over there because he wanted to see the boy. It was about the boy wanted to go over there. No, he fucking didn't. That's her mom's boyfriend, one of her mom's boyfriends. And the worst part is that she was getting her son in on this pawn bullshit. See, all she had to do was come forward from the very beginning and be fucking honest. But instead, she's been taught to lie and manipulate and play fucking victim when she does something fucked up. To get her son to do that manipulating with her. And then to play like she's afraid for her son from me. Oh, no. He's got a lot more to be afraid from you. You chose violent men. And then you go back to the violent men, and you come to men like me for help. You're a manipulator. The only thing that you actually hear is when I am aggressive, when I am screaming at the top of my lungs for help. It doesn't matter how many times I tried to tell you before, you were just going to talk over me and interrupt me over and over again and tell me to call this place and call that place. I have a penis. Calling them alone will get me ignored, dumbass. When a man is actually being abused, he needs the help that you pretend that women need. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl going in there trying to accentuate her assets with what she's wearing. Yeah. There are a lot of cops, both men and women, who will beat the fuck out of you just because she made a claim. They will make sure that it's her word versus yours in court and you're not allowed to speak. You might not even be allowed to go to court. One of the most common things that they do to prevent a man. This is how they deprive you of your rights as a human being, of your constitutional rights. They'll arrest you. They'll serve you papers while you're incarcerated. You have no way, because you are a fucking broke person in jail. You can't bail yourself out, and you can't even get a hold of your friends or family. And they'll hold court without you. Claim that you made no effort to go to court. Shit, the only times I actually broke the law was when I needed to turn in evidence because people's lives were at stake. And you guys watch that shit. The only time you listen is if I scream. And if I scream, you pretend I'm a horrible monster who's out to kill people. What the fuck is wrong with you rapey creatures? This rape culture is not being perpetuated primarily by men. It's being perpetuated primarily by women who want to pretend that women can't be predators. How many female predators in education have been arrested already this year for having sex with children? And how many of them are getting away with it because nobody wants to listen? Nobody wants to listen to the little boy who's having sex with his teacher, or he's expected to enjoy it or told that he enjoyed it. You should be happy that an older woman would want to touch your you-know-what. We treat cougars like, wow, man, your mom's a MILF. Oh, and she's horny. She wants to have sex with them young boys. But it's okay to be a cougar. Look at Fergie. It's cool to be a cougar. You see how people started off with aggression and hatred towards me? Well, I was trying to do it the legal way. And when they harmed me to the point that I had a mental fucking breakdown, you fucking harmed me as if I was a bad person because they harmed me that much. It's not just words. When people are punching you in the face, that's not just words. When they're threatening to kill you and your friends and family, that's not just words. If I say those words, be goddamned over why. Even if the whole point is saying it's wrong to say I'm going to kill Leslie Snell, she's going to ignore the part where I said it's wrong to say. And she just says, oh, Sean said I'm going to kill Leslie Snell, so that means he's going to kill me. Women are allowed to retranslate everything that we say. Anybody who wants to is allowed to do that, especially if you can get away with calling them mentally ill. And then you play victim. Oh, I don't know you. I don't know you. Who are you, stranger? Don't talk to me, or don't harass me anymore. Don't ask me any questions. You want to get the last word in, and you want to play victim. You're a bitch, Joshua Orwig of Boulder, Colorado, you fucking rapist. I don't know if you're a rapist or not, but fuck it. As long as we're pretending, it might be true. Does that feel good, Joshua Orwig? No, I don't think you're a rapist. You're too little to rape somebody. 5-year-olds could beat you piss limber on fucking accident. No, I don't think you're a rapist because you're not big enough to overpower anything. But of course, when a woman is aggressive, it's not just passive aggressive. It is active aggression. It is actively trying to entice and encourage others to hurt a man through slander. And it works on everyone. It works on men, it works on women, it works on police officers. The woman is the victim. The woman is the victim and the man is the bad guy. A woman can stare a man down while crossing the street. If he looks up and makes eye contact for one moment, he's rapey. If a man is being harmed, no matter how nice he is, you're going to blow him off unless he shows aggressive traits. Otherwise, it's the I'm sorry, poor teddy bear, I'm sorry. Fuck you. Fuck you, you sex piece of shit. I show aggression because it is literally the only thing that you would fucking hear.